Good evening. I'm here with the Bishop, Reginald Celestin, my good friend who's in Carrefour, Haiti. And we're going to be having a very, very sobering conversation. There's many people in Haiti right now on the edge of starvation, and that's not an exaggeration. And so we were just talking about what is going on the ground. I was just in the Dominican Republic last week, and Pastor Pasquale was telling me all the stuff that's going on in Haiti. And I was like, wow, like I knew some stuff was going on talking to you, but since the Dominican Republic is your neighbor, it's been on their news a lot, but I haven't seen anything, nothing on our news as it relates to what's going on. So that to me is not good. And so I think it's really critical that people understand the reality, because I can't help or care about something I'm unaware of. So, Bishop, would you kind of tell us what has been going on for how long, and maybe some ways people can help?
Yeah, I had them. So thank you for the opportunity so that we can talk about what's really going on. Even though I know from just a conversation like that, we won't be able to cover every single area. But I can say that now the situation is very extremely difficult in Haiti because there are so many things that are happening at the same time. Like, as you knew, 1 year ago, like 14 months ago, our president was assassinated at his house, very brutally. And since then, we never had any election. We don't our government system is really, cannot really explain it because we have a prime minister that was nominated by our former president. So he was not even in power. Like, the president didn't even put him in power. So after his death, so he got into power. So now we have one prime minister, a government. We don't have a Congress. We have like few senators. They cannot do nothing because they don't have the majority to do any voting, anything. Our justice system is down completely. As a matter of fact, the main court in Port-au-Prince, which used to be the American embassy in the past before they built the big building. So that place has been hijacked by gangsters, by the gang.
Really?
Yeah, a few months ago, they hijacked it. So now all the paper, all the documents, everything about justice, it's like a country without justice, without a Senate, without a Congress, without a president. We just have a government, just a prime minister and some and the ministers. So now we got into a situation where—
Hold on, I just want to stop you for 1 second. You know that none of this has been on the news.
Really?
I haven't heard one thing about that, and I love Haiti.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I know, which is very sad because the world, doesn't know what's going on really in Haiti. Yeah, so now we got into a situation where former President Jovenel Moise, he tried to put $7 Haitian dollars back then, which was probably 60 to 80 cents, on a gallon of petrol, but he almost lost his power, because they would not accept him to do that. But now we had a strong opposition. They fought against the president until the president died. I would not say died, was assassinated. So now the opposition, several members are working for the government. So they are not saying nothing. While this government, the situation is even worse than what it used to be back when we had the president.
Yeah, and one of the things that's incomprehensible for most people, you're talking about a nation where the highest level of authority, there's no justice for him.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's usually the rich, the powerful, the politicians. Those are the people that abuse justice, misuse justice. This guy doesn't even get justice. People
Exactly.
have no comprehension of the precedent that is setting for the nation. I mean,
Exactly.
if there's no justice for him, there's no justice for anybody.
For anybody. And that's exactly, even on Sunday, I've said that before. And, my heart, when the president died, I'm not into politics. I'm not walking after anyone. So I'm not for the government. I'm not for the on the opposition. So
You're for the kingdom.
Exactly. And I'm working to make Haiti better, one city at a time, one block at a time. So yeah, but when the president died, for some reason, I cried like it was my uncle. I cried spiritually because I understood that a door was open to our country. Because the president is supposed to be the most secure person in the country.
Yeah.
So if they can go inside of his house and kill him inside of his bedroom, no one is secure. There's no security now. And spiritually, major thing that happens. Anything. When I say no one, even many people from the opposition, they didn't even, had a speech to say that they condemn what had happened. And even the churches, the evangelical churches in Haiti, like I personally, from my record, I don't remember that the Protestant Federation or any major evangelical organization, I don't remember any one of them made any public speech to say that they condemned what happened, and like to go and pray over the nation, pray for the nation. We pray for freedom, we pray for the kingdom to come, but to address that specific, issue, we never addressed it the way we should. So now we got into a thing now where the prime minister, the government, they realize that our gas price is lower than almost any other country in our surrounding, like in the Caribbean, the Dominican Republic, and other countries. So, and it's really insane because we were paying for 1 gallon of gas less than $2 for 1 gallon of gas, less than $2. So the government, the Haitian government, has for many years they have been
subsidizing.
Exactly. So now they got to a point where they are saying that with that money they could build roads and stuff like that. And the government, the people, they started to think when they subsidize it, what they are doing is they are doing it for the rich people. First of all, they try to raise the price of the diesel because poor people in Haiti use gasoline.
Yes.
Rich people use
diesel.
Because all the big companies, all the markets, they
big generators.
Exactly. And
they strong SUVs, big trucks.
Exactly. So they try to say, okay, they're gonna do something. They put a little bit on top of the diesel, of the gasoline, and they put more money on top, like they double the price of the diesel. So, but we know that it was a trick, but they would have to somehow, raise the price of the gas. So now, a few weeks ago, they were thinking of doing it. And then finally, they published it, and they even more than double the price of gasoline, and they put even more money on top of the diesel. And now the population is really, really bad. And the thing is, what is happening in Haiti has nothing to do with the opposition. As a matter of fact, all the demonstration, all the problem in the street, the main leaders of the opposition, they cannot be part of it. Like yesterday, one of the major figures of our opposition, which is a lady called Magali Abiton, yesterday they almost killed her. She tried to go.
They almost killed her.
Yeah, killed her. With stone, they had to run, So it's not a big joke in the country where, people are saying that run like Magali, So, yeah, so we are seeing that now the population is asking for two things. They are asking for the government to return, from the decision that they made to raise the price of the gas. And secondly, which is something that I personally I don't understand. Let's say you are asking them to return from the decision, and you're asking them to resign. It's like you return on your decision and you resign.
Yes. It's like give me your check but quit your job.
Yeah, exactly. So what makes the situation worse is our Minister of Foreign Affairs.
What happened the other day when he was at the UN?
He was at the UN, and they were trying to do a special session on Monday on the Haitian case. So some few, not the whole UN, but few countries like this country, like the Dominican Republic, like so the Soviet Union, not the Soviet Union, the country of
Russia.
Russia. Like Russia was there. So now we had the UN representative of Haiti. She spoke. We had the food FAO. They were there, and they were talking about the situation is very tough. And he was the third person to speak. And he said in front of everyone that the situation in Haiti is under control.
Tell them the meme that they made about him.
They said, they put his picture and they said, here is so-and-so, the Haitian Minister of Foreign Affairs, who is foreign to the Haitian affairs.
Yeah. So he's the Minister of Foreign Affairs, but our affairs are foreign to
him. Exactly.
Yeah. So that's it. So it's interesting. In every culture, memes come up. That's the one thing that we all have in common.
Exactly.
But people don't understand the gravity of this, because with really high gas prices, that brings the price of everything up. Food, because most of your stuff is import.
Yeah.
So explain to people how, how that people are on the edge of starvation. Like, when was the last time you had gas in a gas station in Haiti? People have no idea what you're about to say.
I personally, I can't even remember. I would say probably 2-3 months.
That long?
Yeah, I think even when you came to Haiti, the last time you came to Haiti,
there was gas in some gas stations, but the one gas station by the airport, people were so shocked and so lined up, we got into a traffic jam, and that helped me miss my flight.
Exactly. And you remember that. So since that period of time,
wow,
even before, it was very difficult. So even after,
yes, because I remember because you had gasoline in the SUV.
Exactly.
And we were like, we smell like gasoline. And you were like, you're the only white that will go through this. But yeah, that's so crazy. So you're talking about, like, let's give a low estimate so that we're not exaggerating. So you're talking about at least 2 months, 2.5 months since gasoline stations were full of gasoline. So that means that the little bit of gas that's still in the country, the price is rising. So you paid how much for a gallon of gas in Cavaillon the other day to run a generator?
It's 1,000 Haitian dollars. And yesterday, someone told me today that 1 gallon costs now $1,100, which is almost $50 for 1 gallon. So that's why you have there's no motorbike. There's no, like, our service in Lekai now. Since we have a couple solar panels, so we are running the sound system at the church with solar.
Yeah.
And the worst, the other thing is it has been raining a lot in the southern part of Haiti.
Wow. So that's not that good for solar.
No.
So what was, when you last went to Cavaillon, what happened?
Okay.
When
when
you
I
try,
tried,
when you
when I
try,
tried to go, like 3 weeks ago, 3 Sundays ago, I left Caballo on August the 18th. This is when I left the Caballo. So we had a camp, a summer camp for the church members. So we had fun. It was very good.
yeah,
And then we came back with the intention I would spend 1 week in Port-au-Prince in the fact because we are building a school there. School was about to open on October the 3rd, not October, on
September.
September the 5th. I mean, we should have school open, but the government responded it. It's another story. So I said, I have to go because I have to oversee the school project, the building and stuff like that, and get ready because we got some kids that signed up in our school. We have no choice. So we were on our way. So a friend of mine let us use his truck, and that it is a big GMC 6 wheels. And we cannot. That truck hasn't been running for quite a while. So I gave the truck to our mechanic so that he can check everything. So he checked everything. The truck was running pretty good, but he didn't check the brake. But I was running to Caballo because I knew that on Monday they were going to lock the country with roadblocks, and that's the reason why we said, okay, on Monday, Sunday is a good day to travel because it's like Sunday is a rest, even if they have demonstration Monday till Saturday, but on Sunday it's like a free day. So we said, okay, we are going. But when we get to Gangouave, so when you leave Carrefour, you have Carrefour, Léogâne, Gangouave, Tigouave, Miraguane, and so on to get to Carrefour, to Capital. So when we get to Gangouave, we start hearing some noise in the wheels. So we park the car and drive until we realize that our brake pads was cut.
No brake pads.
No brake pads. So we spent hours trying to fix the car, to fix the problem to go. At the end, we realized that there's no way we're gonna find it. So the mechanic did something that we could drive it on, like we would find brakes on 3 wheels. So we said we will not take the chance to go to the car, so we will make a U-turn. So we made a U-turn, about 10 minutes driving. They started the roadblocks that we thought that was coming on Monday morning. And we had 4 people sitting in front. The front
It's a big truck. Yeah, yeah.
It's a big truck, and it's not covered. The back is not covered. And we had 5 people sitting in the back. And then when they saw our car coming, they started to throw rocks at our car to the point that they hit our windshield. And we could hear, boom, boom. So we had to stop and start praying. I asked 2 guys to go and talk to them. And we talked to them, talk after many talks. And we told them what the story was. We were going to the car, we couldn't go, and we just, we had favor and they let us through. And since then, that area is locked.
Okay, so just so people understand, because you and I were going to do a crusade last year, and we got 3 trucks deep, a sound system, everything, thousands of dollars of equipment, and a main highway to the south of the country is blocked off, and we couldn't even get there. So for some people, this is incomprehensible. So what he's talking about is the main road, the main highway to get from the north to the south. So the nation is shut down. So this is affecting gas, food, everything's becoming expensive and scarce. So this is a really, really critical issue, especially for the really poor and for those who are outside the main city. That's why people are literally on the edge of starvation. So for those of you who are listening and watching, you could go to weseejesusministries.com/give/projects. And there's a picture of Pastor Reginald that talks about him and his beautiful family about caring for those who care for people. And you can give there so that we can bless his family and he can keep on feeding people. Now, even feeding people is very discreet. Why?
Now, it has to be discreet because when you live in a, sometimes let's say that there is a problem in Cavaillon and we are gathering people from Port-au-Prince to go and help. Now, it's not one seat, it's the whole country. And imagine, even if you have money at the bank, you don't have access to it. Our banks have been closed for 2 weeks. Last week, they tried to open for only 2 days. Like in Carrefour, I haven't seen no bank this week. Closed.
Wow.
Even if you had the money.
And Carrefour is a suburb. This is important. It's a suburb of Port-au-Prince with almost 1 million people. So
no, Port-au-Prince is about 3 million people though.
No, I know, but
Carrefour,
Carrefour is almost 1 million people.
Yeah.
So it's not a small city.
No.
So he's talking about a big city with no banks.
No banks.
And in a culture where people live day to day.
Exactly.
In a culture where a lot of people don't even have refrigerators.
What's the point of having a refrigerator when you don't have electricity?
There you go.
Yeah, now their cell phone is everything. Their television, their radio, their everything. So when banks are closed, now businesses have to close. So all the businesses are closed. Banks are closed. You will find few people with like grocery stores, people selling food, rice, beans, and stuff like that. And most of them, they are selling what they had in reserve because there's no truck coming with all these roadblocks. If you order food, they cannot bring the food to you because of all these roadblocks. So this is Carrefour. Carrefour is close where you can manage to find few things. It's a big city. We got enough. We got things. But now imagine you've been to Cavaillon. Cavaillon depends in majority from Port-au-Prince.
Yeah.
Everything. There's no connection between Les Cayes, which is the main city, to Cavaillon. Roadblocks, there's no car going, stuff like that. That's why we have in Cavaillon for the first time.
Wow.
The Cavaillon is cut off because there's no communication.
Why?
No telephone.
Tell the people why.
The reason why is
what are the antennas run on? Sorry, what are the
runs
on what?
Generator.
Gasoline.
Gasoline, not diesel.
Diesel.
Mostly diesel. But now to bring the diesel from Port-au-Prince, from Carrefour to Cavaillon, so that the phone companies can run, we cannot do that.
They can't because the road is blocked.
And even some of them, they have their own gas reserve in the main city of Les Cayes. Like some companies, they have like big tanks of 20,000 gallons, but they cannot bring the gas from Les Cayes to Cavaillon.
Because of the roadblock.
Roadblocks, and if you try, they will throw rocks at you, they will give you a flat tire, they will flat your tires and stuff like that. And the thing is, you don't see like the government is doing anything. It's not like they are having talk, they are having press conference to talk to the population about what they are doing, blah, 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 blah. And now the population, get the street to find, justice or whatever. And now the thing is, let's say I'm talking mostly about coffee because I am not a real news person. I try not to because if I listen to all this news, I would be scared. But my wife listened to the news and she gave me, as I always say, she will tell me the essentials. I said, honey, tell me the essentials, So, but for the first time, I've been in Carrefour since 1989. That's for the first time I'm seeing people in coffee coming on the street on thousands.
Wow.
And they are really demonstrating. They are breaking, throwing rocks at businesses, which is very painful. But we need
Yeah,
to
because it's not like you throw a rock at a business and money falls out of the sky.
No. But they want their voice to be heard.
Yes, this is one of the things that I have tried to explain to Americans is that when someone's voice isn't heard, violence is next.
Exactly.
Not saying it's right, but I'm saying that's usually what happens.
Yeah. We know it's not right, but we understand.
Yep.
That's the same way we understand financially, economically, what is happening in the country. It's not fair, because now we are talking, the government tried to postpone the school opening on October 3rd, which should be this Monday. No one is talking about it. I even joke to say, I think even the Minister of Education, he forgot that school was supposed to open on the 3rd.
Yeah.
No one is saying nothing.
So people are not, I want people who are listening around the world to really think about this, that the nation is at such a standstill that nationally they postpone school a whole month and they really don't know if it's even going to start from when they first even postponed it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a mounting crisis. And I don't know if anyone knows or cares. And I think that if people would know, they would care.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to give directly to you and to what you're doing in Haiti, how can they do that?
We have PayPal.
Yep.
PayPal is investment, KAG @gmail.com.
So if you want to give directly to Reginald, it's investment, KAG @gmail.com. That is the email that you could send finances to Pastor Reginald, and so you can help him and the work they are doing in Haiti. And I've been going to Haiti since 2009. I have never heard this type of magnitude. It's really heartbreaking, but there's hope in Jesus. And I want to say, we just love you and we look up to your faith and we appreciate everything that you're doing for your community. And right now, they're having a church prayer meeting, which he's about to jump into when he's off this meeting. But I just want to say that, we're praying for you. We're thinking about you. We care. And again, anyone who wants to give directly to Pastor Reginald, you can at investment KAG @gmail.com. And you can help him feed folks because the need is urgent. And people are literally on the edge of starvation. Like, that's not an exaggeration or a manipulation. This is the reality. Banks shut down, schools shut down, the national highway in various places shut down, which doesn't let vehicles through. I just want to let people hear and feel the gravity of the situation. So I hope that that's helpful for them to at least hear about it and understand the situation. Thanks for being with us, Reg.
Yeah. Now, just before we go, I wanted to say something. And the worst part of it all, Adam, is the fact that if it was an earthquake, if it was a flood, like a hurricane,
Yep.
people would understand.
Yes.
And this is why the situation is very scary, because it's like a normal country, but it's not like a civil war where people are shooting at people, but people don't have access. And it's a day-by-day culture.
Yeah, it is.
So it's not like you have insurance, you will get paid at the end of the month and stuff like that. So people, they have to hit the street, hit the road in order for them to make a living. Imagine a tap driver. They make enough to live one day at a time. But now imagine a father with 4 children and a wife to feed every day who cannot drive for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Imagine a motorbike driver. So imagine a street vendor.
Thank you for humanizing it. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah. So imagine someone who has to go downtown Port-au-Prince with, let's say, $10 to get $10 worth of sweet potatoes, vegetables, and bring it to Port-au-Prince, to Carrefour, and sell in order for that person to make like 20 Haitian dollars, like couple US dollars in order to feed their family. So meaning that means that $10 is gone. They've been eating it. And I am telling you, we've been doing our best to address the situation. As you know, we put together, we are targeting to give a food kit to 150 families. So we are grateful. So far, we've already distributed 69 food packets.
Great.
You know? Yep. But imagine you go to a family. You go to a family with $45 worth of food, which is nothing comparing to what we used to get for $20. Everything price doubles, price, 4 times, 4 times more. Like, you go to a family without discretion. They don't even know that you are coming. And you knock at the door, you open the door. You got some people crying, weeping, thanking God because they didn't know what they would eat. Like, there is a family in Cavaillon. So when they brought the food to that family, the lady cried, praised the Lord, and she started weeping simply because she didn't know what her children would be eating. One guy, we gave him a food pack, and then he proposed to sell us some flower trees. He planted like 150, which is a flower that you use to make like a nice separation on your land. He wanted to sell that to us, and we had to tell him it's not time to buy flowers. I would need the flowers, but I would not use the money to buy flowers now. It's not time to buy flowers. So now I'm giving you a last example. There is one lady that I know since 2006. She would never ask you for anything. Last week, she ran after me. I came to the office because now motorbike is too expensive. I walk, and I'm trying to teach people.
The bishop is walking. This is not easy.
Yeah, even today, I came from my house to the church. I had to walk. I was not going to pay like $2, to pay a motorbike. I took my 2 children and we walked from home to the church. So that lady, she went after me to ask me for the equivalent of less than $1 to be able to buy a meat pie. And it was already 3:00 p.m. Yeah. So I'm saying that just to tell you that the situation is real, but no one would be talking about it because they cannot see it.
Yes, it's not. I'm telling you, it's not on the news.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm saying that even people in Haiti living it, they don't see it. No, they don't see what's coming. Like, I am seeing, if things continues like that, I am seeing by the end, like 2 more weeks, we will hear some people really starving, mostly in the countryside, in the remote area. In the remote area. So we're gonna see that, but no one would talk about it because it's not a flood, it's not an earthquake, it's not like a major catastrophe.
Yep, it's a slow death. Well, it's exactly the same. It's the same as the clean water.
Exactly.
Thousands and thousands of people die every day. Nobody cares. Nobody says anything. And I'm like, hey, I want to bring water filters to Belize, and people look at me like I got 4 eyeballs.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we had a saying in Haiti, microbes don't kill Haitian. For a microbe to kill a Haitian, that microbe should be the size of an elephant. Yeah, you know, people, it's really tough. So that's why we are bringing the church tonight to pray so that God can intervene, so that He can open the eyes of the people in power in order for them to understand the cry and the suffering of the nation. And even today, in order for us to have a service, we had to pull gas from the tank, from a car tank. In order to distribute the food today, we had to take the gas from the car tank, like the reserve,
Yep.
So which
they had to take people have to hear this, and they had to take gasoline out of a car, put it into a generator so that they could have service, because without the generator, there's no electricity.
Exactly.
I want people to hear this, because I'm telling you, people are not, they're not aware of this reality.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you helping make people aware, because we cannot help what we're not aware of. So thank you.
And when things like that happen, I am thinking you are taking what you have that could be used for emergency. Let's say someone is sick, there is an emergency, and now you are emptying your tank to put in a motorbike in order to deliver food.
Yeah, because that's an emergency too if they don't eat.
Exactly. You have to choose.
This is the thing that people don't understand. Navigating, pastoring in a culture of poverty, almost everything is urgent when it shouldn't have to be, but that is the result of poverty.
Exactly.
And a mounting crisis. So anyway, if this is on your heart and you want to help, you can go to weseejesusministries.com/give/projects. And there is a project there that says caring for people who care for people. And we can bless Pastor Reginald, his wife and children, and their ministry. And again, if people want to give to you, they can give to you at investment, KAG@gmail.com. Is that correct?
Yeah, if they want to give directly, because even on We See Jesus Ministry, they are still giving to us.
Yep. Either way.
Yeah.
Either way. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you for being with me, Bishop.
Thank you. Thank you to you for making our voice heard, so that people can understand the situation.
We love you and can't wait to be back in Haiti when the dust settles a little.
Yeah. So
when there's gas, I need gas at least.
Yeah.
Because the airport, people don't even realize the airport that I would fly is not even open. So it's like if I wanted to come, I need like an army tank. Anyway.
Yeah.
I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, hope to see you soon. So thank you. Thank you very much.